Puppet.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Oh, just reading my weird science comic.
I know you like them.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They got it full of like spacemen, aliens, robots. But Puppet's read this one like 5 times already.
Okay.
Yeah, weather's been pretty grumpy this week. You know, can't go outside today, so trying to find things to do.
What about playing with Wendell?
Well, Wendell's got some brand new game books he's trying to read the rules for, so he's just, sitting quietly in our bedroom.
What about movies?
Well, Puppet's been playing games and watching movies, but he's watched Lord of the Rings so many times that he knows all the words by heart. So Puppet's bored.
Puppet is bored.
Yes.
Well, you know what? I'm making spaghetti and meatballs for dinner, and I know that that's one of your favorites.
Yes.
So, do you want to help me with that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
That sounds much
All
better.
right.
Yeah.
Then let me put your comic book over here so it doesn't get messy.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull this over here so you can see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And actually, this is good because I want to try a new recipe that I found, because often with meatballs, they come out so dry. Puppet, they come out so dry, and we don't like that.
Yeah.
So, I have
A dry meatball turns your day into a dry meatball kind of day.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So, what I learned from research, and actually one of our friends' mothers taught us, who's Italian, that they use a slurry. It's a starch and a liquid.
Okay.
In this case, we have just Wonder bread with some heavy cream.
Okay.
And it binds with the beef or whatever meat you're using, and it keeps the meatballs very moist. So,
Moist.
I know,
Yeah.
moist. So, let's try that. So,
Is there a ratio?
there is a ratio. The starch to liquid is the same. So if you, for instance, had a half a cup, you'd go a half a cup of bread or starch, and you could use breadcrumbs, bread slices. Again, in this case, we're using Wonder Bread, and then a liquid.
What's better than Wonder Bread?
Well, not a lot.
It's like superhero bread.
It
Wonder
is
bread.
superhero bread.
Wonder bread.
Wonder bread.
Yeah.
So it's, say for instance, a half a cup of bread or breadcrumbs with a half a cup of liquid. And you can use milk or stock or heavy cream, whatever you want. In this instance, bread to milk. Half and half. And then about to a pound of meat.
Okay.
So let's start the process so it can absorb.
Do it.
I'm going to pour.
Whoa.
And I think you'll like this portion.
Whoa.
You pour it and get it all liquid in there.
Do it.
You know what it is? It's almost like making when we make
Milk toast.
Or
Puppet just
not
guessed.
waffles.
You got lucky.
French toast.
Oh, French toast.
toast.
Yeah, French toast.
So that's a little bit.
That's a Puppet favorite
That's
too.
a lot. So let's put this over here.
If this
And you
doesn't
can-
work out, maybe we can make French toast.
Maybe we can.
Yeah.
So you see, the bread absorbs all of that liquid.
Yeah.
Now, you can let it sit, but I like to get a glove on and actually mix that up. Look at that.
Yeah.
You see?
Pretty cool.
So, we're going to, and you can
Messy.
see. It is messy, but you let it sit.
Puppet likes messy.
Puppet likes messy.
Yeah.
Now, it turns into a paste.
Okay.
Now, for time purposes, we're not going to let it sit for a paste, but this is when you can mix it. So right here, we're going to put in salt, pepper, some garlic powder, some onion powder.
Okay.
You could season it with herbs, I bet, like oregano or whatever you want to. So you just dump it all in there and mix it up.
Okay.
I'm going to put
Hot
that over
peppers?
there. No, maybe not hot peppers, but
Okay.
this is like, I like to call it a slurry. But
Okay.
then you would mix it in, and in this bowl we have a pound of ground beef.
Okay.
Now, sometimes, for meatballs, we've used lamb.
Yeah.
We've used lamb or burger, but this time, for demonstration purposes, we're going to go all just 100% burger.
Okay.
Now, the best thing is, because to also keep the meatballs not so dry, is 80% beef and 20%. It's like an 80-20 blend. So,
20 what?
20
Lamb?
20 lamb,
Right.
or just it's the fat content.
Puppet's confused.
No,
Puppet doesn't
no.
know fractions yet.
I know.
Puppet's only 7.
It's the fat content. So 80-20. If you went to the butcher and said, I want 80-20 beef or lamb, he would know exactly what you were talking about.
Okay.
So, now you've got this, and we break it all up. It's hard to see in this bowl, but this
Yeah.
is what you would do.
Yeah.
So pretend you've got a pound of beef, and then you just stick it in there.
Yeah.
Look at it, it's a messy process,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's something that you like.
Whoa.
And you hand mix it. Look what it's doing.
It looks like a little
Can
monster.
you see that? It looks
Yeah.
but look how much it's loosening up that
Yeah.
beef mixture.
It's loose.
It's loose.
Loose.
So you keep adding it. And Puppet, I was amazed. It really does.
Like a monkey on the loose at the zoo.
Exactly. Yeah. Look at that. Can everybody see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you would make that mixture, do it like that, and I've actually got one processed here for us. I'm going to take off my glove. Good. I'm going to put that over here.
Oh, it smells garlic.
It is. I put garlic in there because I know it's one of your favorites. And again, you can season it with anything.
Okay.
So you get this mixture.
Chocolate chips?
No, Puppet. No chocolate chips. And then I like to use an ice cream scoop. So you get the exact ratio. The meatballs are all the same, and then they cook more evenly.
Same size?
Yep, same size.
Uniformity.
So, yep. Yeah. And then you put it in a frying pan because here's the other thing. You're going to fry it off, and this again, we don't have our stovetop on today, but you make these meatballs, fry them off individually in olive oil and butter till they're done. And the other thing I have found is I like to get them ready separately, because otherwise if you let them stew in your sauce all day, they dry out.
Oh, yeah.
And you get a dry meatball.
Puppets had that.
I know, it's not pleasant.
It is not pleasant.
It's not pleasant.
Not pleasant.
So form these meatballs in your hand, fry them off, take them out of the pan, set them aside.
Puppet likes how much hands are being used in this recipe.
I bet you do.
Puppet likes to get in there, get his hands dirty.
See? Yeah. And you would brown them all off. We're going to put that over there. And then what you get, again, set them aside. Yeah. Puppet, this is what you get.
This is great.
Isn't this great?
Oh.
Perfect little meatballs. Look I'm going to hold one up for camera. Well, I know. That was me.
Okay.
That was me, Puppet. So, but you're going to put them in a bowl, set them aside, make the delicious sauce however you want it. We're going to have a mushroom sauce today. Mushroom red sauce.
Like red? You mean red sauce? Oh,
tomato
so no
sauce.
Meat in the sauce?
No, we're going to put our meatballs in there, but we're going to add mushrooms today.
Okay.
And then you have it. Yeah. These delicious meatballs. Put them in with your sauce, and then put them in with your spaghetti, and you're done. My hands are messy. I've got to wipe them off.
That's all right.
So, that's it, Puppet.
That's pretty good.
That took up some of your time this afternoon.
Well, when we're doing the finished product, Puppet can be more involved.
I know. Yeah. So, because we're going to do the finished product, I think next week. We'll see.
But today, Puppet needs to eat today. Puppet's going to be involved in making dinner today. Puppet is involved in making dinner. But we're going to let everybody go now. Very involved. You're going to be so happy you invited Puppet to help you in the kitchen. Puppet, you're going to have to be careful because it's tomato sauce. I don't want it all over you. But Puppet can wear a raincoat. Puppet could wear a raincoat because it is raining out. So, let's thank everybody. Keep the sauce off him. You are saucy, Puppet. Whoa. You're saucy. Oh, I don't know what that means. It seems like a pretty active word for a 7-year-old. Let's thank everybody for joining us this week. And we hope everybody has a great week. We will see you again next week. They'll have a better week if they have spaghetti and meatballs. They will have a better week. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next week. Yep. Goodbye, everybody.